Have you ever wondered what you'd do if you had a heart attack while completely alone? It's a chilling thought, but here's what most people don't realize. It's not just a what if for seniors. It's a real risk that affects thousands every single year, and if you're over 60, like many of my modern and unstoppable seniors, that risk goes up not because you're weak, but because aging bodies have a different rhythm, a different way of speaking to us. And if we don't know how to listen, we may not get a second chance. Now, you might think, surely I'd know. If I were having a heart attack, right? I'd clutch my chest and collapse, just like in the movies. But that's one of the most dangerous myths out there. The truth? Most heart attacks, especially in older adults, start quietly. There's no drama, no warning sirens, just a soft whisper from your body. And if you miss it, that whisper can turn deadly. But here's the good news. Even if you live alone, even if you're miles from help, you can survive. You just need to know what to do in the first few minutes, and that's exactly what we're going to cover in this video. These 7 life-saving tips aren't complicated. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need any fancy tools. What you need is awareness, preparation, and a calm mindset. So grab a notebook or just listen closely, because these next few minutes could literally save your life, or the life of someone you love. Let's dive into the first and most crucial step. Tip number 1. Recognize the earliest warning signs. This is where survival begins, because you can't fight something you don't even know is happening. And no, a heart attack doesn't always start with crushing chest pain. In fact, for people over 60, the signs can be much more subtle, and that's what makes them so dangerous. Let's talk about what you really need to watch for. A strange pressure or tightness in the chest. It might feel like someone's slowly pushing down on your chest, not stabbing, not sharp, just heavy. Like something's sitting on your sternum. Shortness of breath, even without any chest. Pain. You might feel like you just walked up 3 flights of stairs, but you're just sitting in your chair. Pain or discomfort in unexpected areas. The arm, especially the left arm, the neck, the back, the jaw, or even a feeling of indigestion that won't go away. Sudden cold sweat, nausea, or lightheadedness. This one is easy to dismiss. Oh, I just didn't eat enough today. Or, I probably stood up too fast. But when it's paired with pressure or shortness of breath, do not ignore it. And here's something especially important for you, my modern seniors. Older women often experience heart attacks differently than men. You might feel discomfort in your upper back or fatigue so heavy you can't lift your arms. Not dramatic pain, just an overwhelming sense that something isn't right. Let me tell you about one of our community members, Helen. Helen is 72. She lives by herself and is sharp as a tack. One evening while folding laundry, she felt a dull ache in her jaw, nothing too painful. She figured it was just tension. Then she felt a little short of breath, not gasping, just like her lungs weren't filling all the way. And then a strange wave of nausea. Now, Helen could have brushed it off. A lot of people do, but she remembered something from a wellness video she watched. She remembered subtle signs can mean serious trouble. So she sat down, took a deep breath, and made the call that saved her life. That's what we're doing. Here today, we're not here to scare you. We're here to prepare you. Because when you know what your body's trying to say, you can respond before it's too late. So here's what I want you to remember. If you feel pressure, breathlessness, strange pain, or sudden fatigue, stop, sit, pay attention. Don't. Try to walk it off. Don't tell yourself it's just indigestion. And don't wait until it becomes unbearable. Recognize it, respect it, react to it. Recognizing the warning signs is your first and only chance to act before the heart gets damaged. And once you spot those signs, the next step is just as important. Now that you know how to spot the signs of a heart attack, the question becomes, what do you do next? You've felt that strange chest pressure, or that sudden wave of breathlessness. And your instinct might tell you to wait, to see if it passes. But when it comes to heart attacks, waiting is the most dangerous thing you can do. So, here's where your survival truly begins. Tip number 2. Call emergency services immediately. Do not hesitate. Let me make this crystal clear, my modern and unstoppable seniors. You cannot drive yourself to the hospital, even if you think you feel okay enough, or it's just a precaution. A heart attack can escalate in seconds. One moment you're walking, the next, your heart could stop. When you call emergency services, you're not just calling a ride. You're calling a fully trained, life-saving team who will start treatment before you even reach the hospital. In fact, studies show that patients who arrive by ambulance often receive faster, more effective treatment because paramedics can alert the hospital before you arrive, monitor your vitals, and begin early interventions. So here's what to do. Call emergency services immediately. If you're in the US, that's 911. In the UK, 999. Across Europe, 112. Save your country's emergency number on speed dial. Use voice commands if you're too weak. Most smartphones allow you to say, "Hey Siri" or "Okay Google, call emergency services." Practice this command right now while you're feeling well, so it's second nature when you need it. Don't worry about making a fuss. I hear this too often. I didn't want to bother anyone, but let me say it as clearly as possible. Your life is never a bother. There is no shame in asking for help. You've lived decades. You've helped others. Now it's your turn to receive help, quickly, without guilt. And while you're waiting for that help to arrive, there's one more powerful action you can take to help your heart fight back. Tip number 3. Chew an aspirin. Don't swallow it now. This is one of the most powerful tools you can use while waiting for emergency responders. If, and only if, you're not allergic to aspirin and your doctor hasn't advised against it, then chewing a standard dose aspirin can make a huge difference. Why chewing? Because it works faster than swallowing. Here's how it works. Aspirin helps thin your blood and prevent further clotting, which can reduce the damage to your heart. But to get the benefit quickly, it needs to enter your bloodstream fast. That's why chewing it, not swallowing whole, is key. Here's what you need to do. Chew one 325 milligram aspirin tablet slowly with a sip of water. If you only have 81 milligram baby aspirins, the low-dose kind, chew 4 of them. Do not use aspirin that has a coating for your stomach. It delays absorption. Avoid combination pills like Excedrin or aspirin with caffeine. Stick to plain aspirin only. Keep a small bottle in a place that's easy to reach. Your nightstand, purse, kitchen drawer, even your car. Some seniors even carry a daily emergency pill box on their keychain or walker. Now, let me say this clearly. Aspirin is not a substitute for emergency help. It's not a cure. It's a way to buy you time while paramedics are on their way. It's like giving your heart a little bit of breathing room in its moment of crisis. And just to give you perspective, there are countless stories of seniors who survived because they acted quickly. They felt that tightness. They called for help, they chewed an aspirin, and they lived to tell the story. This is what I want for you. So here's your next checklist, my unstoppable seniors. Learn and practice your emergency voice commands. Save your country's emergency number as a speed dial or home screen button. Keep aspirin in reachable spots and know your correct dose. Ask your doctor if aspirin is safe for your personal situation. This isn't about fear. It's about freedom. The freedom to live on your own terms, confidently and prepared, because when you combine smart decisions with simple tools, you don't just survive the unexpected, you take control of your story. You've called emergency services. You've taken your aspirin. Now comes a moment that may feel endless, but is absolutely critical. While help is on the way, you are not powerless. In fact, your next moves could be the difference between life and death. So, Let's move forward with your survival training. Tip number 4. Stay calm and still. Conserve every bit of energy. Now I know. When you're in pain or you feel something is terribly wrong, staying calm sounds nearly impossible. But my modern and unstoppable seniors, your heart is like a struggling engine right now, and it needs every bit of fuel just to keep going. So what does this mean in practice? Sit or lie down in a safe, upright position. If you're able, prop yourself up with pillows or lean against a wall or sturdy chair. Avoid lying completely flat unless you're feeling faint. The semi-sitting position helps ease pressure on your heart and lungs. Don't try to walk around or shake it off. Moving uses up oxygen and forces your heart to work harder. You might think, I'll go unlock the door, or I'll grab a charger. Don't. Sit still, stay grounded. Help is coming. Focus on your breathing. Slowly inhale through your nose, hold for a second, and exhale gently through your mouth. Deep, slow breaths can reduce panic and lower the workload on your heart. Loosen tight clothing, unbutton your shirt collar, loosen your belt or waistband, and remove any restrictive items. Make it easier for your chest and lungs to expand. And here's a powerful mindset shift. You are not helpless. You are actively helping your heart with every calm breath you take. Every second you conserve energy is a second your heart can use to keep beating. You are your own first responder in this moment. Tip 5. Use a smart medical ID, your silent lifeline. What happens if, when paramedics arrive, you're unconscious or struggling to speak? This is where preparation becomes your superhero cape. A medical ID, whether it's digital or physical, can speak for you when you can't. Here's how to make it work. Use your smartphone as a life-saving tool. Most modern smartphones have built-in medical ID systems. iPhone, open the Health app, tap your profile, tap Medical ID. Android, Samsung, Pixel, etc. Go to Settings, Safety and Emergency, Medical Info. Include your name, age, emergency contacts, known conditions like heart disease, diabetes, allergies, especially to medications, and current medications. Now, here's the key part. Make sure the Show When Locked option is on, so emergency responders can access it, even if your phone is locked. Physical medical ID bracelets, or cards for an extra layer of protection, especially if you're out walking, traveling, or live alone. Wear a medical ID bracelet or carry a medical wallet card. Include full name, birth date, medical conditions, e.g. heart disease, high blood pressure, AFib. Allergies, e.g. penicillin, shellfish. Emergency contact info medications, especially blood thinners, beta blockers, insulin, etc. There are even modern medical ID bracelets with QR codes or USB. Chips that paramedics can scan for your full medical history. My modern and unstoppable seniors. This isn't paranoia. It's peace of mind. It's knowing that no matter what happens, you've left a roadmap for anyone trying to help you. Imagine the relief of a paramedic who instantly sees your info, knows what meds you take, and who to call. That's not just smart. That's life-saving wisdom in action. Your next action steps. Practice slow, steady breathing right now. It will feel more natural if you ever need it. Set up your medical ID on your phone tonight. Order a medical ID bracelet or card and carry it daily. Keep a small emergency card in your purse, wallet, and beside your bed. You're not just preparing to survive, you're preparing to thrive, even through a crisis. You're calm, you're capable, you are ready. My modern and unstoppable seniors, you've made it this far. And I need you to know something powerful. Surviving the heart attack isn't the finish line. It's actually the beginning of your second chance. These final 2 tips are your long-term shields, the steps that protect your future and keep you stronger, safer, and more in control. Tip number 6. Recognize the silent signs, not every heart attack. Screams? Most people imagine a heart attack as a dramatic chest-clutching moment, the kind we see in movies. But here's what Hollywood often gets wrong. Many heart attacks, especially in seniors, are quiet and deadly. These are called silent heart attacks, and they don't always come with chest pain. You might instead feel mild shortness of breath, unusual fatigue, even after resting, lightheadedness or dizziness, mild pressure or discomfort in the upper back, neck, jaw, or left arm, nausea or cold sweats, a sense of anxiety like something isn't right. Now, here's what's so dangerous. These symptoms often show up hours or even days before the heart attack fully strikes, and many seniors brush them off. It's probably indigestion. I just didn't sleep well. I'm getting older. Of course, I'm tired. No, listen to your body. If something feels off, and especially if you have heart disease risk factors, get checked. Immediately, when it comes to heart attacks, the earlier you act, the better your chances of survival. Every minute counts. Literally, you wouldn't ignore a fire alarm if it only beeped once, would you? Treat your body's warning signs with the same urgency. Tip number 7. Build your personal emergency response plan. Today, let's get real. No one likes to think about emergencies, but those who prepare in advance, they're the ones who survive. This final tip is about creating your heart attack action plan, the one you can follow even under stress, fear, or confusion. Let's build yours right now. Step 1. Create an emergency station at home setup. One small area in your home with the essentials. List of emergency numbers, doctor, hospital, neighbor, family, a copy of your medical history, an extra phone or power bank aspirin, chewable, not coded. Flashlight and backup batteries, your medical ID bracelet or wallet card. Make it easy to find, even if you're not thinking clearly. Step 2. Practice phone reflex. Drills just like fire drills. Rehearse what you'd do if you felt symptoms. Unlock your phone quickly. Access your medical ID. Press the emergency call button. Say your address out loud. Repetition builds muscle memory, and when you're panicking, that can save your life. Step 3. Make access easy. For first responders, this one's often overlooked. Can emergency workers get to you if you're unconscious? Keep a spare key in a lockbox outside your door and share the code with 911 when calling. Put a clear medical alert note on your front door or mailbox. If you have pets, add a note. Pets inside, please secure. It's a tiny detail. That makes a huge difference in an emergency. Step 4. Share your plan with loved ones. Don't keep your plan a secret. Tell your family, close friends, neighbors, or caregivers where you keep your emergency station. What to do if you call them during an attack. How to unlock your door. What medications you're on. This isn't being dramatic. It's being empowered. You're not just protecting yourself. You're making it easier for others to protect you. My modern and unstoppable seniors, you now have the knowledge, tools, and plan to survive a heart attack, even if you're alone. Let that sink in. You've taken a life-threatening scenario and turned it into a survivable moment, even a winnable one, because you are smart, you are prepared, and you are deeply capable. My modern and unstoppable seniors, we've covered a lot today, but none of it was to scare you. It was to arm you. Because when it comes to heart attacks after 60, most people feel helpless. But you now have a game plan. You know the early signs, the immediate actions, and the life-saving steps, even when no one else is around. Let's quickly reflect on what you now hold in your hands. You understand the first signals, even the silent ones. You know the critical role of aspirin and calm breathing. You've learned how to use your voice and body wisely to get help. And most powerfully, you've built an emergency survival plan that makes you less vulnerable and more prepared than 90% of people your age. That's not just wise. That's warrior-level wisdom. Here's the truth they don't tell you on TV. The average senior doesn't die from a heart attack because it was too severe. They die because they didn't know what to do when it started, because no one ever taught them. But now, you know. And that knowledge, it can ripple out to your spouse, your neighbors, your friends, your grandkids. You become not just a survivor, but a teacher, a guide, a lifesaver. This isn't just about heart attacks. What you've done here is bigger than just one health risk. You've stepped into a new mindset, one where aging doesn't mean weakness, it means wisdom in action. You've chosen awareness over fear, preparation over panic, strength over silence. That's what makes you one of my modern and unstoppable seniors. Let's keep building this wellness movement. If this video helped you, even in one small way, I ask you to do something powerful. Share this with someone you care about. It could be the one thing that saves their life one day. And if you want more videos like this, real strategies, trusted tips, and senior-centered advice that respects your experience, then hit that subscribe button, because here on Wellness for Modern Seniors, we don't just age, we evolve, we protect, we thrive. Final thought to carry with you. You can't always control when a heart attack comes, but you can control how ready you are for it. And readiness? That's what separates fear from survival. You've taken the first step, you've chosen life. And I couldn't be more proud of you. Until next time, stay strong, stay aware, and above all, stay unstoppable.